movement and music has power. I like to come to the gym here late at night and I turn the music up to high volume and I simply move and I begin visualizing, and it puts me somewhere. It puts me where I need to be. It puts me in the moment, and so I can feel it as if it's happening there and now. Two things you need to control in this game: your own body and another body. If you can't move in certain ways with your own body and under your own pressure, well then you can't move. You've got to figure that out, and then you progress, and then you discover how to control another body on top of that. He is here now for fight week. The heavy sessions are done.
Yes.
You've got to be able to control your own frame. You know, I don't think I've ever balanced on something that thin, and a bar like that, you get that fear in there. Your brain is out working your body, I feel, when you work balance stuff, so I really enjoyed it.
Beautiful.
That ain't easy. To work freedom of movement, freedom of the mind. The opponent doesn't come into the equation. I'm solely focused here on victory, on myself, and reap the benefits on fight night. I've always been fascinated by movement, and you know, I always look at people that can move in unusual ways and have complete control of their frame. To be able to do that, you don't just have control over your body, you have control over your mind. So it's always been something that's fascinated me, and I've always been learning and trying to implement different forms of movement and variety into my game. I mean, what were we doing today? We're doing something different every day, just playing, working on freedom of movement.
Start just with shifting the weight from side to side.
Let down. What you think?
I like it.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have the sides shaved, yeah? It makes you more aerodynamic. You know what I mean? Faster. He's a guru, you know, he's a master at what he does. He's taught me a lot about loosening the body, being loose but connected at the same time. My body's a lot freer, I'm a lot sharper. Even the peripheral vision stuff he's been working on lately is stuff that gets neglected, you know. You come into the gym, rounds, miles. Before you know it, all you're doing is beating up the body. There's no brain training, there's no eye training, there's no nothing. So these are things he brings into the mix that are very valuable, and when you add that into the whole thing, it makes for a perfect storm.
With Conor specifically, or with fighters, I ask myself, what is the discipline itself, fighting, martial arts, boxing, does not cover? What is in between the techniques? What ties the techniques? What about all these empty moments? What about the organizational capacities of the body that are not addressed, that are not being taught? And that's where I try to focus my attention with kind of hybrid tasks, movement tools, exercises to provide answers to.
Understanding rhythm better, understanding distance better, certain alignments of the body, how to organize the body, realizing that hardness and rigidity is not always the answer. Sometimes it's softness that can undo really maximal hardness. And eventually we want to reach an improvisational capacity, to try to break through beyond the techniques, the regulations, and to glue everything together into one coherent piece. It was just potent perspectives sprinkled at the right moment to finish a very well-made package. And that allowed him to be the best that he could be, and allowed him maybe to be the best there is.
You're free to move with no restrictions, and learning is a lot easier. So I can fight in many stances, I can fight from many different angles. That's a credit to the movement training I've been doing. Every time you spend time with Ido Portal, you learn something.
Let them fly. Loose arms. Touch, light touch. Chris.